Welcome to Armchair Podcast Episode 2, Why is Dogs? I'm Evan.
I'm David. I'm asking the question, why is dogs? Or are you asking it?
Well, you asked.
I just want to know, do you have the same opinion before we start? You're like, why is dogs?
Well, we don't have dogs.
No.
That kind of answers the question.
We've never had a dog.
We've never had dogs, don't particularly like dogs.
Just personally.
Yeah.
But there's just a question that I like to ask. There's why are they so prevalent? Why does everybody have a dog? Why did they love them? Why are they so ingrained into society? That they're almost necessary to some people. And it might sound a bit crazy to think why are they even here like that, but I don't want to offend anybody. People are very dog loving.
You one audience member. Don't get offended.
Oh yeah, why are we worried about offending anybody?
Just gonna offend ourselves later when we're listening to it. That's about it.
So yeah, there's just one question I kind of want to ask is why do you think dogs were so necessary? Just to look at it at the start, how did they get in the first? How did they get their foot in the door, paw on the door?
In terms of the kind of man's best friend, not symbiotic relationship, but
yeah,
dogs working with hunter humans.
Yeah,
that kind of level.
I mean, yeah, like that.
I think I'm not, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I think dogs and humans, the domesticated dog or semi-domesticated dog was predates even farming.
Okay.
So it's we went from hunter-gatherers to farmers.
Yeah.
In Middle East first, but yeah.
Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Which is which country now?
I don't know. Iraq and Iran were the first places to have farming, I think. According to,
Yeah. I don't know which one it is. We'll look that up.
We'll find that out.
That'll be another thing we'll come back and do an infographic of.
Oh, dead cities.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Dead empires. Ottoman Empire reduced to a kind of a couch. But yeah, they hunter-gatherer societies had dogs apparently. I'm pretty sure. And then, but I think they weren't very domesticated. It was kind of I give you a bit of meat and you don't murder my kids kind of relationship, which kind of still is, but do you know what I mean? It wasn't. I don't think they were friendly dogs.
They didn't have pets.
No, I don't think they were pets. That's what I take from it. Because they were wolves and dogs have a common ancestor, so I imagine that thing was more wolf-like than dog-like. Do you know, it wasn't a fucking Yorkshire Terrier. You can be guaranteed that. So, yeah, I imagine it was that more. What's the word? Is it lupine? Is that the word for wolves? I don't know. More wolf-like dog. So yeah, and we gradually domesticated it and then turned it into all sorts of shapes and sizes.
Yeah, that's another thing that I was that really baffles me is the different types of dogs are breeds.
Yeah.
Are they different species?
No, they're all one species. They can all interbreed, whether it's in terms of sperm and egg, they all work together. Maybe not physically,
Is that is that anywhere else in nature? Can you do that? Can you just take a cheetah and a lion? Oh, you can't make a liger.
Yeah,
they're a thing, but they're
no, but they're sterile. They're not actually a separate species.
They don't go anywhere after that.
Yeah.
All ligers die.
All ligers die alone, yeah. Die without kids.
So sad. Hang on a
minute. I could never be a mother. Yeah. But yeah, there's a couple of mules, aren't they?
Mules is a
donkey and horse.
Donkey horse thing.
But isn't that's another dead end.
That doesn't work out well either.
No, I think they work out grand. Like,
Okay, but
like they
it's
live, and they're fine.
yeah, but
It's not like they're all cross-eyed. Like they're just
you don't. Can you breed mules?
no, you can't. I think they're a dead end. That's what I was saying.
So they're not even. Are they a separate species then?
No, it's I don't know what they're classified as, but it's not a. Is it a separate species? No,
Has human
Maybe it is.
meddling broken
no,
what we can
'cause-
define as
no,
species?
because they would have happened, and they probably would have happened anyway.
Okay.
Well, maybe it took us putting a fence around them, but
Yeah, I don't think like
okay, yeah, they probably wouldn't have lived in the same.
like I can't
Or-
have sex with a dog and expect a baby to jump out like.
Even though it's totally reasonable, yeah.
So they're not separate species.
Don't know. That's just taxonomic classifications.
You can lift up a chihuahua and stick it in a fucking
Well, I think it's more.
wolfhound.
I think it's more done with like, almost like sperm donation, and then
Nah, but chihuahua, you just grab it and
you
just butt it up against the end of the other one.
yeah.
And that will make another dog that can be a thing.
Yeah,
And then if you make enough of those, they can breed together.
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
And that's a new dog.
Yeah.
That isn't that mental?
No, because like, it's just, like we just bred them so specifically for certain things, and then they had different looks. We bred them more for their looks. That's why it looks mental. But there could be massive genetic variation between. Just imagine all the, I don't know, the common rat.
Yeah.
Imagine all the variations. That's everywhere in the world. Pretty much. I don't know if there's any in the Antarctic, but like there's probably a lot more genetic diversity there,
It's just you don't look at it.
but it's not in appearance.
Okay.
I think that's it. But
Is that one of the things that people like about dogs? That like there is different appearances in humans. I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore, but some people do look different.
yeah,
I don't want to be the one to say it. But like, is that like a trait that they? Because that's a very human trait that you wouldn't find else in nature. Like, say you draw one animal and you're like, well, that's them all done. Like,
yeah, but it's not like we bred them to be that way. Like, there was never.
modular.
I don't know if any of the dogs that are around today could have survived without humans. Like, the funny thing that maybe okay, German Shepherd, but that's not like a ancient breed. But it'd be like a work dog. They could probably survive, but I don't think a Yorkshire Terrier would have survived.
What would it? It would have to be a predator.
Yeah.
It would eat like mice, rabbits, kind of.
Yeah. What were the?
Like, what does a wild dog do? It goes off and like kills a sheep or some shit.
Yeah, they kill sheep. That's the only thing you ever hear. But that's a pack of them, like.
Okay.
And they usually just run the shit out of it.
And a hyena is a
Or
dog.
they
as well.
take lambs. I don't know. It's definitely a cousin.
Because I know there's like an African,
It's a
wild African dog,
canid.
which is not even a hyena. It's something slightly different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a wolf. It's like a skinny wolf, isn't it?
I'm asking all these like very specific questions. I'm like, what's the Latin term of that? And you're just like reeling. You're like, yeah, it's a thing.
I think I've seen.
I told you weren't ready for this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I've got you now. I've got loads of questions. You don't even know how long I've been thinking about this.
The wild African.
2
dog.
days.
Well, I know bits about them, but I don't know his genetic makeup.
Taxonomy.
Tax economy.
What is it?
Taxonomy, yeah.
Taxonomy.
Yeah, it's your
Cut that.
tax economy sounds like the most boring subject ever. I don't even know what that would mean, but Um,
This is the economies of taxis.
yeah.
It's when you complain when some guy like charges you an extra euro and he drops you off like 5 feet shorter than the last guy and you're like, oh, the taxi economies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is definitely cuttable. What am I even talking about?
I don't know. You were... What were you asking? You were asking, like, why do we have so many?
Yeah.
Well...
And is that one of the reasons why we like them?
No, I think we like them because they are quite... like, you've heard of the cuteness... there's a term for it, but there's like a cuteness factor.
Yeah. No,
or cuteness scale.
From trying to design characters, yeah, you definitely...
like a baby is the cutest thing possible because it's got a huge head and big eyes and compared to the rest of its body, like...
Yeah.
Like, it's got adult eyes.
I was going to say, if that's what you're into, but...
That's what you're into, alright. But, it's...
Yeah.
If anything has baby features, we kind of see it...
But a big scary ass dog isn't cute.
Yeah, but I think there's two separate... Like, there's dogs for work, and there was breeds that were for work or hunting, and then there was breeds that were for show. So, like, I don't even think Yorkshire Terriers were a thing until, like, the Queen had them.
Corgis.
Oh, it's corgis, is it?
You know nothing about dogs. I was researching for weeks and days.
I don't care about stupid dogs. Stupid little dogs. Every time you see a Yorkshire... Right, this is how bad Yorkshire Terriers are. Every time you see them in a photo or a picture, they have, like, a bow in their hair. There's no point in that dog.
That's shameful.
If a dog wears a bow in every piece of artwork, no, there's no point in it.
Yeah. If a dog wears a jumper, we don't need him.
We don't need him. If he can't stay out in the cold by himself, holy shit.
Yeah, but it's the different breeds that just baffles me. Like, it's so diverse.
There's, yeah, like you've got your fucking Irish Wolfhound, which was like, I don't even think the Irish Wolfhound now is like the old Irish Wolfhound. I think
they've got a new Irish Wolfhound.
No, I think like the I think the strain or the breed like died out. What was it? I bet it was the British. I think it was the British actually. I really do. Like they took a load of them over to England.
Showing them off.
Yeah, I think
riding them around.
I think a lot of them were like you pretty much could.
You could, yeah.
Just a bit bony.
Yeah.
I think they got too spread out or something and they didn't breed them properly, and I think the strain like
they didn't have Skype back then. It was hard for to maintain a relationship overseas.
Yeah, Match.com didn't exist.
Is there a dog? There is.
I bet
you there is a dog dating.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
I don't think it's like...
I bet you it's called puppylove.com.
It could very well be, but I think it's like Playdate kind of things. I think that's the idea.
You're not saying it's not prostitution.
I don't think the dog is deciding.
It's more like first date. We'll see how it goes.
I don't think the dog is like clicking through deciding. Oh, Wolfhound too tall for me. Yeah.
Set up a Tinder date, sniff a butt, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Dog Tinder. Their fucking nails wouldn't even be able to use the touchscreen. It'd just be tap off.
You could use their nose. I bet you their nose works amazingly on.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, it would
on touchscreens. Yeah,
that was weird.
You wouldn't if you were a dog. You wouldn't use it on your iPad or phone because you'd scratch it up. You'd have to be like have very good nail maintenance.
Manicures,
pedicures.
I suppose it is pedicures.
Did I just give you an instant migraine?
I think I got a migraine and a hernia. Not even quite sure where these of them are, but yeah.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
No, sure.
For my question of the weirdness, I'm like, you didn't even answer it, but
yeah, like there's diversity because there was hunting dogs. You got your Irish Wolfhound. I think even the sausage dog was like for hunting badgers or something.
They'd be sniffing out things, yeah.
Yeah, there was bloodhounds and stuff.
It looks really good at stiffing out badger holes as well.
That's why they were thin. I think that it was for going down. And
That would be cool.
there's like a dog that was no. Oh, did you ever hear of ferreting?
You go looking for ferrets.
No, you
Keep
throw
a ferret in your
when you.
pants.
It's a way of catching rabbits. You stuff a ferret down the hole, or
Yeah.
you just open it and it runs them through. It just like gets them out. But yeah, I think the dog, I think sausage dog was bred to do the same thing, to be really short legs and just run through a tunnel.
Yeah. And you could like stick your head in and you could still have your butt and legs out the back. You'd be like,
He's the whole way around the bend. It's just hair's still at
pops
the front
out somewhere
door.
else. He's like, you got nothing. There's nothing in here.
Yeah, I wonder could they could definitely catch their own tail.
Yeah.
I bet they could.
Bred for licking their own balls.
Yeah, what are the other ones? There's loads. There's the worst. The worst is like, or not. I'm not gonna say the worst, but there's like so many dogs now that are so purebred, otherwise known as inbred, that they're just like they've got like really short back legs compared to their front legs. That's, I don't know what breed of dog that is, but they can barely run. They used to be like a tall dog, and now their back legs, their back slopes down. But that's what
Like a boxer dog kind of thing. Like,
no, it was like a taller, thinner dog. I don't remember which
Oh.
one it is, but what they look for in competitions now is like a sloped back, and you're like, that just looks unhealthy. And it was just born like that, like, and he's perfect. That's what they say. He's perfect.
oh, the rickets dog.
Yeah, and like so many dogs have like high rates of cancer, I think, and
Oh yeah,
hip
the
dysplasia. That's another one.
the Andrex, the Labrador.
Oh,
The Andrex dog is like, they get cancer like it's going out of fashion.
like more than humans. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know the figures, but like they are,
yeah,
they have a high chance of getting cancer.
yeah. And that hip dysplasia thing is just, I think it's like 1 in 5 in
Is
certain.
that the shortened legs things, or is that the different
No,
thing where
it's
their
just
hips
like
just
their
like,
hip
come off?
just doesn't really work. It's dislocated from birth or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah. But the worst, like now they're doing weird stuff. Like that was all bad, but it's getting worse with stuff like wolf dog hybrids.
Sounds cool.
So people are
A
you've
dire
seen-
wolf.
You've seen these. There
Um.
was a show, that Dog Whisperer guy. You know that.
Oh God, I wasn't paying any attention to that.
Yeah,
I was enraged.
that was. I think that was a dog wolf hybrid thing, but they're just like. It's just people wanting a cooler looking dog. We want it to look more like a wolf, but it wanted less likely to kill us than a wolf. That's basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not even doggy people. It's like people who want an accessory, or, do you know, I want a dog and a handbag, like, or a handbag and a dog, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds
and
like a
new car.
rapper's dog.
Yeah, like how fucking, what's his name? Mike Tyson bought lions, didn't he?
Do you have a tiger?
Or a tiger. It was a tiger. I remember because Hangover. Was it Hangover 1?
Yeah, I seen that documentary too about Mike Tyson's tiger. So, wasn't it he stole his tiger or something?
Yeah, I think that was it. So I'm gonna assume that's part of his real life. But
You couldn't
Yeah.
just make that up.
and these dogs are like crazy aggressive, and then people try and get rid of them, and you're like, what do you do with it? What do you do with a half wolf, half dog? Like, where does that go? It wants to kill other things.
Oh, that's a really interesting thing as well that I heard. I don't know, is this like true, but I think it was like Bill Burr on his podcast.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a dog. He loves it, like, but I think it's like some kind of semi-aggressive. But
Was it a boxer?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But he's always going on about like playing with it, like, and play fighting with it and stuff like that, and getting it all riled up. But anyway, he was saying that the squeaky toy thing. Do you know, like, if you ever see a dog go nuts for a squeaky toy, and they just like get it and they're like, "Meh," you know,
Yeah.
squeezing the shit out of it. It's because that mimics the noise of like like a little mouse or something like that, and they're shaking it back and
A
forward.
small dying animal.
Yeah, a mammal or whatever. I don't know. Everything squeaks. Everything squeaks when you kill it, I'd say. But
I doubt a sea urchin or a starfish.
we'll try experiment.
Okay.
Put it down on the list of experiments. Squeaking urchin. But yeah, when they shake their head back and forth, is like that's them trying to like break the neck of the thing.
So they just
it looks really cute, and they're like, oh, look at him play with the thing. And he's just like, ah.
I'm killing this.
He's like, I'm snapping the neck off
this tiny little squeaky bone.
And then you give him biscuits.
Here's a biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's having a great old time. He's like, I want to kill something.
Yeah.
Or are they so far removed from it that it's like, it's a weird primal urge to them? They're like,
well, it's just an instinct. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
Well, no one can know, but you don't know how much consciousness a dog has.
Yeah, it's kind of like when somebody
You're basically asking, is a dog smarter than a 5-year-old human? Like, are they self-aware in a way? Like, dogs see themselves in a mirror and they just go, who the fuck's that?
Who can see themselves in a mirror and recognize it?
Bet dolphins can, and chimps and stuff.
I think it's elephants. Is it elephants? It's one of those big mammals. They know themselves.
They know themselves.
They know themselves. They're well contented. They've been around a while. They've been around the block.
Oh yeah, just when you said about the boxer dog, I remembered another horrible thing. They boxers are the ones with the really squished up faces, wrinkly faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get like loads of infections in those wrinkles.
Ooh.
You just got a face full of, yeah.
Oh, there's loads of like the vet stuff. The amount of things that you probably need to do that we don't have any idea about. I don't want to get into the different problems.
I don't like. It's just leaky face. It's fucking awful. But that's another one of those, things that are just caused by. They bred it to have a more folded face. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
I don't know.
But, yeah. What was the other dog? Oh, American Alsatian. That's the one. It was, I think it's otherwise known as a bear dog or something. Yeah, they were used for hunting black bears in America.
All right. Is that because it looks like a bear?
Oh, it kind of does look like a bear too. Like it's got
double meaning. It looks like a bear and it hunts bears.
It's like an Alsatian, so a German Shepherd, but it's got like an extra wide head, and it's just bigger. It's taller and it's more built. Like its head is wider. It's definitely wider than most human faces. Most rugby players. It's wider than most rugby players' faces. Like that's
a thick head, like.
Yeah, it's got like it's almost like a triangular shaped head rather than how dogs have kind of more of a finer point to it. His is nearly what is it?
He's got like a shoebox for a head.
Yeah, it's just it. Yeah, I saw one. I was petting one. Yeah, kind of forced into that, but. He's just like, he's such a big dog, and I think they're like, what do they get up to, 100 and something pounds, 110 or something like that, or this guy's one was 110.
That's a big dog.
That's a big dog. Like there's humans lighter than that. There's full adult humans lighter than that.
Yeah, you're a legitimate adult, and you can still be lighter than that dog.
Yeah. So, yeah, dogs and selective breeding, nuts. Just the ways we have messed with that species is insane.
Yeah, but it's nuts.
Man's best friend.
Man's best friend, like, pick one. I don't, like, we should probably be talking about this with people who actually know something about dogs or have a dog or have,
yeah, maybe like scientists and people who own dogs.
Yeah, or some kind of, or people who even like dogs, like.
Yeah.
But like I see the purpose for people, like a security dog that's got a job, fucking sheepdog.
Sheepdog is
or a dog on a farm or something like that. That's
exactly right. You should probably. I'd encourage someone to have a sheepdog if they have sheep. Like,
yeah. But you just wonder what all the other things do, and it's such a weird thing to have a living species that doesn't really do anything. Do you know what I mean?
well, there's like
That's outside of nature.
there's
awesome
humans,
dogs.
cats, some cats. Well, not cats are just they'll go off on their own.
You sound like a cat person.
Yeah. No, but cats are more. I think they still have a lot more of their predatory instinct.
Yeah, and there's only like 2 or 3 weird looking cats, like different looking cats.
Even though they're way worse for like biodiversity and stuff. Like dogs, say what you like about dogs, but like cats kill more species of birds and rodents and stuff than anything. I think it was cats that killed the dodo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought it was people that just ate them.
No. People. I think they were like turkeys. People probably did eat them, but like cats are a lot faster. And cats would kill something and just leave it there. They'd be like, "You're dead as fuck." Look what I murdered. Yeah, I think it was them. I think it was cats that did it, or else they like chased them so much that they just got tired, fell up. Like it was
Ran down the dodo.
there was nothing. There was no competition. It was just cats are the biggest predator there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a few different looking cats, but like, it hasn't really spread out like.
Yeah, you don't. There wasn't. No, there's no selective breeding. Well, there is. What are the naked cats?
Ugly.
Yeah, scrotum cats.
Oh, these.
Yeah,
Feline scrotums, balls bags.
scrotum that meows. Yeah, are they Siamese? They're Siamese. Yeah, there's a couple of types, and there's like kind of wild cats as well, or semi-wild. But
We're probably completely wrong about that, but
yeah.
I've never seen them. I don't know. What's the name of the Bengal cats? Where they're kind of like a half tiger, half house cat kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know.
They're pretty popular now as a pet.
Crazy people.
It's always a good idea. Like, it's always a good idea when you get a pet that you just like have to cut off its reproductive urges right away, or it'll just start going crazy.
Yeah, it'll just do everything it wants. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, dogs. I was just thinking, like, imagine with the amount of dogs around. Imagine if we got like another. Okay, it's impossible. Well, not impossible, but like, imagine the potato famine happened again.
Yeah,
It's not gonna take us out, but like we just imagine we went down to the same amount of food.
okay, yeah.
Everyone would have to kill their dogs. Like, you would have to, because imagine how bad that'd get if dogs decided, well, you're not feeding me.
Do you see how mad people get when there's like a new video of like, there was like a truckload of dogs
Yeah.
to be eaten?
Oh, the something. I don't know. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, like, people were quite mad about that, like, madder than they would be about some other human atrocities, like, that really...
Yeah, if there's people on the truck, mightn't have been as bad. And
It's weird that people can, like, because you're only ever bothered with the thing that associates your life, so, like, nearly everybody has a dog,
yeah.
but they can disassociate
But
people in a different country. They're like, yeah, whatever.
But that's like, you can't really give negative qualities to a dog. You can't really say I probably deserve it, because now, some people can say that. They can just go, well, they're humans, they probably did bad things at the same time. Like, people have less value on a human because they know what they could do, whereas a dog is just like, he's a dog, you gotta let him away with it. Like, he did bite a child, but like,
Yeah, that dog psychology stuff is a bit crazy. Like, it's just.
Yeah, like that's totally fine though. They get a free pass.
It's weird to be like, having a psychology for an animal, and you're like, oh, animals will do animal things, like.
He'll do what he does. Yeah, but it just.
But I suppose we have them as well.
Yeah, I know they're
We're a little bit more complex than a dog.
They're well fucking shrouded.
Monkey shrink would be good. That'd be a good job.
Sorry, just the phrase "monkey shrink" is the yeah.
Well, I'd only take the job for the title.
I don't think it's quite necessary.
No,
I think they're
monkeys go mental and attack people.
Yeah, but I think they keep themselves like they don't really like, airing their laundry. And
Oh my god! Imagine if we had a monkey news segment. It's a completely original idea. I've never heard of it anywhere before
original.
on a podcast.
Yeah. Is there monkey news? I don't know.
Monkey news would be amazing.
There was a one, and he hit the button, and every time he hit the button, he got a banana.
There was a button to go left and a button to go to the moon.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll be honest. I was thinking about that dog thing in terms of like the zombie apocalypse. I'm using air quotes. You can't see me, but I am. Don't worry.
This is a nice for air quotes.
That's it. But like, you just what would happen? I just think like dogs would just go mental and start breeding with each other, and we'd end up with the toughest dogs surviving and then just being killing machines. Do you know what I mean? Or do you think it'd just be fine if we stopped feeding them?
Well, like, they seem to ramp up in evolution a lot faster than anything else because we're pushing it along. Because they live in human society that moves a lot quicker. Everything else lives outside it.
Yeah. Okay.
I know it's selective, but they seem to
adapt quicker.
Yeah. Within history, like,
I think there's so much diversity to them that they could adapt really well. Do you know what I mean? The ones that are shit will die off
because it's
shit dogs.
It's fucking excess production is one of the main factors in evolution, isn't it?
Excess production.
Yeah, you make a lot of them because you don't know like what's going to happen in the environment.
You mean like the more offspring a thing has, or the faster it reproduces, the faster evolution happens for it?
Well, the more offspring it has, the more diversity is in it because each one will be unique in a certain way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that does accelerate it.
Yeah, like I'm sure midges or tiny like flies. Flies. That's a risky word to say, isn't it? On bad audio equipment.
Yeah.
No, but like
I don't think anybody gives a fuck about the evolution of midges. No, they don't even have a real name. What are they?
Saying flies, okay? Just they're fruit fly.
All right.
Well, no, midges are different, but we're gonna say fruit fly.
Okay, yeah.
But just how fast they breed, like they,
they're crazy short life cycle though.
Yeah, but they evolved really fast. Like I think we've pretty much observed evolution in them. Not okay. I don't want to get into fucking evolution, but it's like it's the type of evolution.
But you don't agree with it?
No, no,
evolution.
Not at all. I just talk about evolution of. I just talked about the evolution of dogs through 2,000 years of history, I think, or more. Don't believe in it.
Is that evolution though, or is that just breeding? Is there a difference?
That is evolution because they're adapting to.
Is there a little asterisk in evolution? It's like,
well, you could argue that they're adapting to us.
Okay.
Like we're doing it, but like they are adapting to a situation.
Yeah.
But like there's evolution within this. This is a big thing within. Do you know the whole? What do you call them? The guys who think the Bible was real.
Creation.
Creationists. Yeah, they have two they came up with two terms, and it's like, or not came up with them, but they make a point that like there can be evolution within a species, but not speciation, which is a creation of a new species that can't breed with what it came from.
They don't agree with that at all.
They don't agree with speciation, I think.
Why are they getting so pernickety?
Well, because the fucking the ice raft they're on is melting away.
But why set up
It's like the polar bear just going, oh no, just looking down on his own toes.
I suppose science can change, so they can shift theirs.
Yeah, but it's yeah. I'm trying to be reasonable.
I can tell from your hand gestures that it's
yeah. No, but that's
frustration.
It's okay. They have a point. I can go shove it up their arse. They have it.
It's a pointy point.
Yeah.
Stick it up your hole.
Okay. Bit of a left turn or right turn. Alright. But I wanna ask going to Greek mythology, I think. I think it's Greek mythology. But you know the Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
You know all the Cyclops.
What a dude. Big dude.
Why did anyone draw that as scary or like a what? I'm just thinking, like, if something has one eye,
It's got no depth perception.
it has no depth perception at all. You know, it couldn't defend itself from a fucking frisbee. Why would that? Why was that like a thing?
Because it looked a bit weird. Wasn't it in the middle?
Yeah, it was just a big eye on a lump. It wasn't even a head, I don't think. Or at
Is
least
there any historical evidence that bilateral symmetry or whatever? No, that's just to have things symmetrical.
Is it being bifocal? Having two eyes.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing that has one eye.
No, the stuff that lives like it has one eye, like
Squinty.
squinty people.
People with a squint.
No, but like horses, cows, the eyes are on the sides of the head. Chameleon. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
kind of independent.
Yeah, that's dependent on if it's a predator, they've got forward facing eyes usually, and they've side eyes if they would be hunted by things.
Yeah, if they're a herbivore or generally useless. Yeah, but like, I think a crocodile. Do they have side facing eyes?
I think they could. No.
They're a mix. Are they?
Yeah.
They're not completely front facing, I don't think. Because that'd look really, really creepy.
Not everything. Like when I mean forward face, it's like it's mostly forward face.
Yeah.
But they gotta be like.
What if a hammerhead shark? That guy has some depth perception.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway, I just think it's weird that we ever thought that something with one eye could be a threat. Do you know?
One big eye though.
One really big eye. Like, what's he gonna? He's really gonna intimidate you. I don't know.
But where did they get this idea from? Like what? Like there has to be some basis. No, there doesn't. They could have like a two-headed dog. Oh no, that can happen.
That definitely has a basis. Like,
I know I'm back on dogs, but what's his name? Cerberus or whatever. Was that like a two-headed
it
dog?
was a three-headed dog. Yeah.
All right, we're going off knowledge from the Disney movie Hercules.
But from Harry Potter, yeah.
That's
Just-
right.
Yep. I do have like a book that's like, what would you say? That's 3 inches.
Yeah.
It's about 3 inches thick, and
Did you read it?
yeah,
Oh.
when I
Cool.
was like 7, so I've forgotten like all of it at this stage, and now I still only remember, you know, Hercules the movie, the Disney movie.
You read that big fat book on Greek mythology?
I didn't read all of it. I read,
Fuck.
well, it was Greek. It was loads of mythologies. It was Greek, Norse, the Roman gods.
It was like a big fucking encyclopedia.
It was the Encyclopedia of Mythology, yeah. But I read the Greek bit and a bit of the Norse bit, and yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
Fun read.
Just if you weren't aware that Evan
it
is a
was-
nerd that fucking read that.
Yeah, I just remember like at the age, I remember being told I couldn't buy it because it was too big and too heavy.
You can't carry a book, you can't get it.
I really couldn't really carry it. Like, no, but like there's the story of fucking Zeus. I think is it Zeus and his dad, or basically the dad. I can't remember. It's in the Greek. It's one of the. It's the top couple of gods. I don't know who's dad and who's mom, whatever. But
They're Mediterranean.
I don't think that's the term.
You know Mediterranean.
Yeah. Nobody like ate his.
They play a little bit fast and loose with the family tree, like, you know what I mean?
Ate his son, and then the son like cut his way out or something.
Hades.
Or no,
He was in Hercules.
no, the one kid that didn't get eaten. The man, I think, hit him or something. He didn't get eaten, and then all the kids came out after he got cut up. The dad got cut open or something.
They came out of him.
The dad, yeah, like
He was pregnant.
He ate his kids because he didn't want them.
Oh, whole.
Or something like. No, Dave, he cut him up. No, he ate him whole. But they're gods. They didn't die. Like, they grew up in his stomach, I think.
Pregnant man.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying they were messed up. I can't even quite remember. I think I blocked it out.
You shouldn't have been reading that shit when you said.
That's what I'm saying. Like it like of all the things I could have been reading, do you know that could like that looks fairly tame, but it is possibly the most fucked up thing I've ever read.
Yeah, because all everybody else knows is the fucking Disney movie Hercules. It's like that is an uplifting story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great.
And everyone's like, the fucking mythology, good old man.
I know they're messed up. Yeah, just anyway.
So what was your point?
I don't remember.
Cyclops.
Oh yeah, just I don't get it.
You're the only person who's gonna get it. You read the book.
Yeah, I was just seeing if you knew anything about it. I don't know.
I know the depth perception thing.
Yeah, you should definitely doodle that. Just him getting hit.
Losing an eye would be terrifying. So afraid of it.
As a Cyclops.
You're not really a Cyclops. You've just lost an eye. A Cyclops is
No. I thought you meant you were a Cyclops, and you'd be like losing an eye would be terrible. Not, yeah.
No, I mean losing an eye. But
Oh, yeah.
Cyclops, a Cyclops is like you're born with it.
It's just one big eye. He doesn't. I don't even know if he has a mouth. Like, it's just one big fucking eye.
Nothing has one big eye. There's some things have three eyes. What's the name of that little ancient thing? It's like a sea monkey.
Oh,
You
Triops.
Triops, yeah. Oh, it's in clues in the name. Triops. It's three eyes.
I think 2 of them are eyes and one's like a light sensing organ.
Okay.
You could say to me that's the same. I think one of them is like it can only see like shadow and light,
Yeah, good enough.
so it can tell if it's under something. I think that's it.
And that's cool. What was the? I haven't been keeping up on crazy science news, but like the last time I seen where they're making like a synthetic eye to perceive light, do you know, and it gave like a grid system of dots, and it just, you know, maybe it had.
Oh yeah.
The image had about like maybe 50 dots, and it would allow different light to come through, and you'd just be able to use that to like navigate a little bit easier.
And was that taken? Who's that for? Like, was that testing it on people that were actually visually impaired, or?
Yeah, I don't know how they were plugging it into their brain though.
Oh, I think I know what it was. There was like a back panel. It was like, you know, those pin things that you put your hand into,
yes,
and
yes,
it has the image of your hand pushed out on it.
Yeah.
They found a use for them. And it's just
those things that are a bunch of needles in the novelty shops, and then somebody has their face pushed into it.
Yeah.
And then the next person comes along and shoves their hand into it, and it's just like...
Yeah. People just do it's pointless. But now I think they put it in the back of the chair, so
Yes.
you could kind of learn colors or areas of? Oh, it just corresponded to the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could kind of sense if something was moving in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Thinking about that, it's I was told one of these stories. You know when you hear like somebody's reading like internet stories, and they're going through like the Daily Mail fucking website, and they're just
Oh
clicking
yeah, they
through
go
stuff,
down a rabbit hole. All the
and
time.
they just go and they tell you one of the stories. One of the most frustrating ones that I can remember is the one where there was a young lad on a bus. I don't know, was it a school bus or just a regular bus?
Yeah. Okay.
And he was blind,
Okay.
and he was the bus driver took his stick away from him because he said he was hitting
Oh, I heard
other people with it.
Yeah.
So he takes the stick away from him and he gives him one of those like foam tubes that you use for
Yeah.
like swimming.
Yeah.
And like,
Why did he have that?
I don't know why he had that, but like it's a
huge,
really
though.
mean thing
Sorry.
to do to him because like
Yeah.
he could fucking get home, but like just take it away and don't give him anything. Like to give him that is the most useless. Like how is that going to help him? Like if you're getting all the information
Yeah.
about the surrounding world,
You actually gave him a piece of insulation, like sound and heat insulation.
it literally dampens
Yeah.
your sense of touch.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But he's a bus driver, so.
Oh, he has a hat.
Yeah.
He might have had a hat on.
Yeah.
That's another thing. We might go through that. We'll probably bring somebody else in for this, but the choosing your senses in order of importance, because that is always interesting.
A fun game.
It always
Always a fun game.
baffles me the logic behind some of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to try sensory deprivation things.
Mm.
Do you know where they put you basically like it's a pod
Yeah, it's
and they close it over and it's got water that is the same density as your body.
it's a bit salty,
It's very salty. It's like the Dead Sea.
and it's body temperature.
Yeah, it's is it 30? No, it wouldn't be 37. That'd be too warm. That's something. It's something nice.
Agreed.
But it's just basically cutting out as many things. But apparently you see like your eyes start to create shit. You just get spots of light for no reason. And it's just your brain going, go on. just anything.
There's got to be something. It's got to be something.
Yeah.
No, they are getting quite popular, but like I see them as more of a thing along the lines of meditation. That like, I don't know. I always thought I'd be able to do like a non-internet day,
Yeah.
and I'm actually afraid to even try it. That I'll go like stir crazy. Do you know what I mean? It happens sometimes, but like just sitting around and saying purposefully I'm not using the internet today, it might
Oh, the decision.
mess with my head so much.
Mm.
But
Well,
like it's so hard to switch off. Like
I don't think I don't know. This is going off topic, but I'll just say I don't think making a decision for any addiction or semi-addiction is useful at all. You don't decide. You just don't even think about it. You just don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think making a
because
decision.
I have not done it.
Yeah.
and then like it'll be a couple of days later, you know, or it'll be a couple of days where I haven't used it or anything like that, and it'll be no big deal. But then when I think about it, I'm like, oh, I should do that more often, and then I'm like, I probably should check my emails.
Yeah. I like, but you wouldn't go on it if you just thought, there's fucking nothing there.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
You know.
but everything's there. That's the problem.
Don't say yeah.
What's not there? Tell me that.
There? Oh, that's interesting. Actually, there's
What's not on the internet?
what's not on the internet. There's actually, you know, everyone's like, all the answers are on the internet. I say that.
Yeah.
I tell people Google it if they ask me a question.
Everybody says that. It's
Yeah. There's actually a site. Let me Google that for you, and you send them the link, and they click on it, and it's just a animation of like a search bar, and then it types in the words for you, and then you see the search button getting clicked, and it searches it. So this is a site like it's amazing.
So do you have to type it in, and then they like
you type it in, and then send them the link. Yeah, and it's like I think it's like an animation.
Oh, right. So it's just like super sarcasm, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me Google that for you. But yeah, there's stuff now. I was reading. I think it was in The Economist. I'm not sure, but or it might have been Focus magazine. The amount of databases lost every year is insane. Like we lose more data nowadays than we ever did. Do you know, we nearly lose more data now every year than we had pre 1950 or something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
We lose whole databases because it's, a system goes down, servers get destroyed, server company goes bankrupt, servers get shut off, and it's like just stuff was in the cloud. Well, it's in the clouds. That's where it is. But that and the scientific studies behind a paywall, like a lot of that's getting to be a big problem now.
What's a paywall?
You just have to pay. So there's different journals.
Yeah.
And you have to pay to look at all their stuff, but it could be in any fucking journal, the study you're looking for.
Yeah.
So only people who.
Yeah, in colleges you get like a subscription thing, or some college libraries will have access to it. Like,
so it's like only people who have official business with it can access this stuff, even though people it's tax. In I think most countries governments pay for a lot of it. It's paid for by taxes, and that's the complaint now.
Does anybody research a paper out of their own pocket? Like,
no. Sure, you couldn't.
You don't get no money. Well, I suppose you're just paying for the service of having it and the servers and whatever is needed.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but...
It's fair, but it's like so hard. I've never even done it because it's just I'm not paying. I can't pay. I'm 19 and I don't really have a legitimate use for it.
Yeah.
But even people who are kind of in that thing of researching topics and stuff, like a lot of the online, say YouTube educators now and people like that, they have to take ages to find it, or they have to pay money, and then you see a lot of the news, not science news, but like they do a topic every day or whatever.
Yeah.
And they can't find, they have to do it based on what is released in other news sources.
So it's not the most up to date. It's the best that whoever paid for it, they let that out. They make a story out of it, and then everybody else has to scramble through that information.
Yeah, and it's just like, or they pay for the. I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe it's
okay for dummies like me, because I do need it broken down a fair amount. Like raw data to me is sure.
Yeah, I suppose I just feel. Maybe I just.
You see, you're the type of nerd that would read a Greek mythology encyclopedia at the age of 7. So that's probably why you have an issue for it. You're like addicted to information.
Well, it was in Focus magazine. It was, I don't know, whatever his name is. He does an article every week, but yeah, that was one of the things he doesn't like. But I'm not the only one.
So yeah, I'd say we're good for time.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. 55 minutes.
55 minutes. I've got an internal clock, and I kind of have to wee.
You have to. Yeah, I had a feeling it was like either bowels or.
Yeah. So why is dogs? 'Cause they is.
'Cause is. You don't need they. Yeah.
Grammar bad? No. Irritate?
No, it's fine.
Please. Yeah. Why is dogs? I don't know. We discussed it. We don't really know anything.
No.
I'm not saying we do or that we're right.
No, but we discussed.
Yeah, it's just I just wanted to like hash that shit out. Like, it's just an accepted thing, and it's a bit weird.